when I was a child growing up in his massive shadow. Those lessons are what I wanted to write about. I only wish I would have appreciated them when they could have saved my career. I had a box seat view of my father's life and death. No one outside of our family did. An intensely personal view of years that were both wonderful and painful for both of us. It's not every day that someone who's been written about as much as my father, and he was one of the most written about athletes of all time, can be seen in a new light. But I had that light, and after a great deal of soul searching, I wanted to share it, because it was good for my soul. They call that a catharsis. The other works about Dad were perfectly justified. A family friend of ours who helped establish the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center wrote a couple with Dad. His famous yogiisms, those observational baubles of fractured but solid logic, alone have filled more than a few books. People still haven't gotten their fill of him, because he was truly one of a kind as an American icon, a national treasure, and the most quoted man in the world. It's automatic that when his name is mentioned, people will reflexively smile. And yet, no book has told of the yogi I knew, the father of 3 sons, grandfather of 11, great-grandfather of 1. That is the story of us, our family, and it's one that only my brothers and I know. In many ways, Dad and I both had to grow up and learn from each other what life really meant. I hope that when he died, he knew I loved him and had learned from him, that I carried his good name. And I hope I taught him that life has its pitfalls, and we all arrive at our destination on different roads, but end up on the same ground. I don't think of this book as another yogi history, but rather as a letter to him from my heart. That Dad was a legend is incidental to his role as a father, needing to set his son straight. I knew that reliving the details of the story would be painful. It was something like therapy revealing a very stupid span of my life that reflected badly on him and wrecked a burgeoning career. Getting my 2 older brothers, Larry and Tim, and my oldest daughter, Whitney, to pitch in with their observations helped a lot, because their memories filled in gaps and allowed Yogi's boys to tell the story from all of our points of view. I won't say it ain't easy being me, because I've been extremely fortunate to have grown up with the family I had and to have walked in the footsteps of my dad all the way into the big leagues. Yet I have to live with the shame and guilt of my descent. Today, 3 decades after I hung him up, I will walk through an airport or mall, and someone will know me, even without the bushy, porn movie mustache that was my signature as a player, but I said goodbye to in the 90s. Maybe it's because, as I age, I look more like my dad. I've been told I look like I could still play, but my nose keeps getting bigger, my ears stick out more, and where's my hair going? Back in '75, when I was a 19-year-old wunderkind, my manager with the Pirates, Chuck Tanner, said I was handsomer than my father. I wish Chuck were still around so he could say it again. It's flattering, but only until someone will segue from, "Hey, didn't you used to be?" to, "You had a drug problem, right?" I can accept that because it's true. I used cocaine for over a decade. Richard Pryor once said he used Peru. Well, I used it through my promising career with the Pittsburgh Pirates. When I got swept up with 10 other big league players in the bust and trial of a Pittsburgh drug dealer in '85, baseball's second biggest scandal since the Black Sox through the 1919 World Series. You'd think that would have set me straight, but I kept using, thinking I had it all under control. Even after I retired and was arrested in a 1989 New Jersey drug investigation, I had rationalizations, telling myself I was